Sport Fishing Adventures with your host, NHL star Brendan Morrison, Grey Cup winner Chris Burns, and player-turned-analyst Gary Vault. Sport Fishing Adventures is brought to you by Toyota, Berkeley, Fenwick, Yamaha, and Gibbs Delta.
Look at that thing. Holy man. Woo!
Colors on these are magnificent.
First lake trout. First lake trout. Welcome to Sport Fishing Adventures. I'm your host, Brendan Morrison. This week, we have a really unique opportunity. We've traveled up to Deline in the Northwest Territories with the opportunity to fish on Great Bear Lake. Now, Deline has a real special significance to me. The game of ice hockey originated in 1825, right here where I'm standing behind me on this little bay of Great Bear Lake. This week, I have a great friend on the show, World Junior gold medal winner, a World Championship gold medal winner, and a Stanley Cup winner with the Anaheim Ducks. We have Rob Niedermayer on the show. He's a great guy, a funny guy. Stay tuned. Let's see how we do out on the water. Okay, Needs, I know you're a competitive guy. You were on the ice and off the ice. So we got to have some sort of wager here, a bet. It's a segment in the show we call The Deal. So I was thinking what we should do is we'll focus on the lake trout out here because this lake does have
some monsters,
world record lake trout here on Great Bear Lake. So why don't we say every fish landed is a point. If you lose a fish, you're minus a point, and the biggest fish has a little more something to it, a little more emphasis on the big fish. The big fish is worth 3 points. What do you think about that?
I think that's a good deal. I think we should start that right now.
Your game, you're feeling confident?
I'm feeling
good
fairly confident. Fairly confident.
What I think the stakes should be has to be something focused around hockey, because we are in Deline, the Northwest Territories, claim to the birthplace of hockey. The first actual documented writing of the game of hockey taking place. So I think it has to focus around that. We are having a floor hockey game at the local school here with the Satu Aboriginal community. So I think before the game actually starts, the loser actually has to go in net, and the winner gets to take 5 shots on them. What do you think about that?
I think that sounds okay. I should be okay if I lose with that powder puff slap shot of yours. So.
All right. So you're already kind of facing defeat or what?
No, I feel confident actually.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. All right. We got a deal.
Okay, bud. Good luck.
Thanks. Same to you. How's she feeling, bud?
No, not bad.
Fish on there?
Yeah, I hope so.
There you go. Oh yeah.
What do we got here?
Ooh, get a big tail on him, eh?
This guy's gonna be a nice shore lunch here.
Here he comes.
Appetizer.
First trout, eh? First lake trout.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice. First lake trout.
First lake trout. Nice. Nice colors, eh?
Yeah, it's
kind of the orange fin down there.
Yeah.
White tip.
Oh.
Oh, look at this thing. Wow. We got a narwhal here, George. We got to back up.
Got an orca. He's out 500 feet.
Seriously, you hammered that, eh?
That was unbelievable.
Rod tip was like in the water. I think I don't know. I've never caught a lake trout before.
First time.
So
this
first hookup,
biggest,
anyways.
It's gonna be your biggest lake trout ever of your life.
That's a safe bet. Yeah.
Oh, there! Whoa. I see something.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Cow!
Look at this tank.
Holy!
Oh! Man, yeah.
Look at that thing! Holy man! Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yeah. That's all right. Look at that. Nice trout. Beauty.
Beauty. Look at the size of that thing.
Beautiful colors on them there.
Yeah, nice healthy fish.
15-pound Laker. World record
Board.
trout on this lake is 84 pounds. Can you imagine? Oh, that's a keeper, George says, a keeper.
Well
Yeah,
done,
buddy.
bud. Well done. One in the boat.
One in the boat. There's more out there.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sport Fishing Adventures.
So it's a good thing you packed a lot of layers to come up on this trip, eh?
Yeah, I know you were making fun of me how big my bag was, but you know, I think I might be getting the last laugh because you're a little cold and you had to upgrade your coat and Yellowknife.
Yeah. But that was a veteran move by you.
Yeah.
You spent a lot of time outdoors in the elements, eh?
Yeah.
You know. Well, I checked the forecast and thought the sun might peek through. It's not that bad. I mean, it's just the wind when you're a couple 100 miles from the Arctic and the wind blows a bit, you can sure feel it in a hurry.
Yeah, it chills you right to the bone.
But it hasn't affected the fishing.
No,
It's been good. So that was your first lake trout.
first
Now-
lake trout. He came in pretty easy, but this one's
This one's fighting a little better.
yeah, he might be a little. He might give your 15-pounder a little run.
So talking about first and that, let's talk about your first goal in the NHL.
First goal.
Yeah.
It was actually at home in Florida against Craig Billington. That kind of ages me a little bit. But it was pretty special. My mom was down for the game and got to see it.
Right on.
And yeah, it was kind of a soft shot, but
they don't ask how,
no,
they ask how many,
that's
right?
yeah.
Doesn't matter if it hits the back of the net.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were just commenting here, talking about how fishing for these lake trout can get addicting, eh?
Yeah, I mean, we've been getting a lot of action in a short time here, so.
Oh yeah, look at that thing. Oh,
Oh,
that's a
it
beauty.
looks like a shark. We got
That
a
is
great
nice.
weight back here. George, I think he's ready, bud.
What are we looking at, George? 14.
Oh, you
14.
sure? You sure he doesn't have another
Just
pound
a
there,
hair
George?
under mine. It was close though. It's a beauty.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish. Thank you. There he goes. Swimming back to the bottom.
Tough as nails, those fish.
Nice release, George. Okay, seriously. Like, I know a big part of your game when you got a little later in your career, the muscles got a little more achy and you used to spend a lot of time in the cold tub.
Yeah.
Now, how do you compare the cold tub to the water?
I would say that's probably 10 degrees colder than any cold tub I was in.
Yeah. You definitely would have the neoprene booties on in there.
Oh,
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I think you might want it. Seriously.
I might have to leave this hook in a little bit longer. Come on, double
Bob
header.
was sleeping over there, just kind of snuck over and grabbed his rod here. Oh, there you go.
Oh, now he knows
Whoa,
he's hooked.
whoa.
Here he goes.
Oh, there it is. See you there in the water?
Oh yeah, nice. Good one, Mo.
He's all wrapped up. He
Oh,
rolled
no.
these wraps. This could be trouble. Oh, head down there. Look at that thing. That's beauty.
That
Whoa.
could be
Eh?
the new clubhouse leader here.
Oh,
Good job.
yeah.
Whoa,
Good.
that's a big fat one. Here, I gotta get a picture of you, Mo.
With that thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's a hog.
This is the first time I've fished for lake trout, but I don't know how it can get any better than this. I really don't.
The fish has been pretty hot. We're gonna release him back in there, so.
Away we go. We just finished up day one on the water, fishing on Great Bear Lake up here at the Grey Goose Lodge. What a phenomenal day.
Oh, couldn't ask for better fishing. We caught some monster lake trout, had a great meal. What a day.
Both rookies when it comes to fishing for lake trout, and really blown away by the aggressive takes from these fish. You know, when you see these fish in this clear water, just incredible colors, you know, you can see these fish like 20 feet down. Amazing.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, how about that shore lunch we had? It was phenomenal. I mean, the meat, the fillets of those lake fish were great. Day one, a very memorable experience.
We can't wait to get back on the water tomorrow for day two.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sport Fishing Adventures.
Here we are at the Grey Goose Lodge up in Deline in the Northwest Territories. We're fortunate today to have the Chief, Leonard Kenny, with us, and we're going to ask him some questions about the area of Deline. There's a lot of history that comes with the community of Deline and the Satu Aboriginal people. And Chief Kenny, why don't you explain some of about the community here in Deline?
My community, the population here is about 700. We're the only community on Great Bear Lake. We're very traditional. We still speak our language, our mother's tongue. You know, we still do everything traditionally. We still depend on the caribou and the fish.
And that's what makes it such a special place, eh, Rob? We were talking, like the fishing is outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what to expect to come into a community like this. I think, you know, just to come here and be welcomed with open arms by everyone. And I mean, the fishing is fantastic, but it's just a little part of it. I mean, the whole experience has been just phenomenal.
That's right. And one thing that we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about, as Rob and I being former hockey players, is the historical fact about the origin or origination of the game of hockey.
Yes, we claim the birthplace of hockey. Sir John Franklin wintered here in 1825 and 26. He spent 2 years here with his men. On his journals, he recorded that to pass the time, they played hockey on ice. So he put those two together, ice hockey. So we also have our elders. They talked about people on the ice here floating around. At that time, they didn't know what skate was, but the closest they come in terms of playing hockey on the ice was they were floating on ice.
Well, that's kind of how I felt when I was out on the ice, kind of floating. I don't know, I can't speak for Rob, but you know, a little harder for him getting around the ice. But we want to thank you for this really unique opportunity again, being part of your community for a couple of days. It was a tremendous experience.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Chief. Okay, we're out here day two. Gonna start the morning off chasing some Arctic grayling here. We're on the Great Bear River. Have you ever caught a grayling? I have a few times before, but I've heard they're pretty big up here, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I've actually never caught a grayling either, so a couple firsts on this trip. So we've heard that when they're in here, the action's fast and furious, so let's get out there and see what we can do. Sounds good. All right, buddy, let's go. Taking line. This one looks like he's got a beautiful fin, nice color to him. The action is fast and furious here. Yeah, he's got a beautiful fin here. I guess the grayling, that's what they're known for, is this nice fin, nice color to him. Beautiful fish. Fish on. Oh, big fighter in this guy. He's taking some line. Lots of action on these grayling. And we'll have to get a nice release on this guy. Put him back in the water, and away he goes. Nice. That's a monster. Here, you want me to hold your rod?
I'll bring him right in here, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good size. Okay.
What a beautiful looking fish, eh? Just nice, cool colors. Kind of purpley in there. Got the big dorsal fin here. Oh, we'll let this guy go here. There he goes.
These guys are pretty aggressive. They chase the hook right into the shore, and pretty good take on this guy. They're just a beautiful fish. Colors on these are magnificent. Quick release.
Well, we sure got our fill of grayling here on this little pit stop here on the Bear River here, Great Bear River. We've been hammering fish, eh, Needs?
Yeah, these grayling have been biting non-stop here, so I think it's time.
Time to move on out to the deep water and chase the elusive 30, 40 pounder lake trout.
I like the sounds of that. Let's do it.
All right, let's fire up the boat and head out.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sport Fishing Adventures.
We're gonna have a quick talk here about the gear we used while fishing Great Bear Lake, and we targeted lake trout and Arctic grayling. For the grayling, Fenwick rods, the HMG, the GS70 MHMF. Now a 7-foot rod, very sensitive tip, and I know Rob was fishing in Abu Garcia bait caster, and he had 8-pound tri-line, Berkeley tri-line. And for the lake trout, a little bit stiffer rod. You know, these fish here can get up to 80 pounds if you can believe it. So again, the HMG blank here by Fenwick. Okay, model GT70 MHF. And I used the Fluger spinning reel right here with heavier spider wire, 40-pound spider wire, and also a steel leader here. The Berkeley steel wire leader, 40-pound test again. Along with the rod and reel and the line, what we were using for lures, a couple different lures here that we caught fish on. Gives Delta the canoe spoon. Okay, this color here seemed to work quite a bit. Treble hook, you know, all the barbs pinch. And the ruby-eyed wiggler, which was a good lure for us as well. Look at the lures back there, it's so clear, and all of a sudden I saw this like shadow coming out. That was cool.
You called it.
That looks awesome in that water though.
Oh, it's gonna be sick.
Look at him head down there. There he goes.
Nice.
That is pretty cool.
That's a good looking fish.
They got massive tails, eh? In the net, boys.
Nice.
Yeah.
One on.
Oh man, that was awesome. Like just to see the take on the top of the water like that, this fish coming after it was unbelievable. Right on. All right, we're gonna release some here.
Here, Ella.
Thank you. He's gone. Nice job, buddy. Oh, nice, buddy.
Yeah, that was
the take.
That was the ticket. He was taking some line there.
That was the take. That was the one we were looking for there,
Yeah.
hey?
That's the first one that's taken a lot of line for me.
Just
I know.
screamed.
Screamed. You've had two like that.
Had a couple like that. Last one was, yeah,
Oh.
it was a monster.
See it? See him coming up?
Yeah. He looks like he's decent.
Decent.
He's decent. He's in the net.
Good one to finish on, boys. Look at him, he's all tied up.
Beautiful trout, lake trout, to end the trip on.
That was a beauty, yeah. Good fight, took a lot of line.
An awesome take, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Congrats, bud. But you know, we gotta head back in. It's unfortunate, you know, we had such a good time here, but you know, there's always a winner and there's always a loser, bud. and it looks like even though you landed this beautiful fish here, you came up a little shy.
Yeah, it was a tough way to lose, but you know what? I lost to a great fish. That was a beauty. So
that was a beautiful fish.
Until next time.
Until next time, we'll do it again. Let's head back in and let's see how good your reflexes are.
I gotta face that powder puff slap shot of yours.
Okay, so I had a bet with Rob when we were fishing about who caught the most fish and who caught the biggest fish, and I beat him. So he has to put the goalie gear on and I get to take 5 shots on him. So when Rob comes walking out of there with the gear on, let's all boo him. We'll boo him, okay. Oh, there he is. Oh, boo. Boo.
Oh, I told you he had a shot like a powder puff.
That's one. Well, same spot. He doesn't like that right there. Oh. Okay, here we go. Seen this one before? Oh! Okay.
All right.
Good job, buddy. Good sport. Nice job.
Thank you.
Let's play some hockey. Let's go. Shoot on this guy. He's a sieve. Look at him. Nice. Oh! Oh!